Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Methods Symposium on Advanced Methods and Innovative Technologies for Evidence Synthesis. The session is being recorded. I am Tianjing Li, Associate Professor in the Department of Ophthalmology at the University of Colorado Anschutz Medical Campus. This symposium is sponsored by the Agency for Healthcare Research and Quality, ARC, and supported by many local partners. ARC has a long history of supporting the development of comparative effectiveness reviews or systematic reviews and its methodology. In 2015, ARC issued a special emphasis notice on innovative methods research to increase the utility of systematic reviews. The research they supported aimed to develop innovative methods that address the opportunities and challenges of the current era of data abundance and make systematic reviews both more efficient and salient. To ensure a meaningful and lasting impact of these projects funded through the Special Emphasis Notice, it is critical that we lead transdisciplinary interactions and involve those with different professional backgrounds in advancing and disseminating research synthesis methods, to promote and advocate for the implementation of appropriate and robust methods of synthesis, including by those who aren't experts, and to foster collaboration and develop the next generation of methodologists. We have put together an exciting program. However, due to COVID, instead of in-person conference, we organized 3 two-hour live sessions over Zoom, spaced across 3 weeks in February and March. Our program has attracted nearly 1,000 registrants for today. The second part of the program, which involves mini workshops, will focus on a suite of risk of bias assessment tools. The exact date will be decided and announced. The program for today includes the following. Professor Lisa Bero is going to launch the Colorado Evidence Synthesis Program. We then will have a panel of really celebrity speakers to focus on the complexity involved in systematic reviews. I will chair the session, and please submit your questions through the QA box. If time allows, I will pick burning questions for the speakers to address. Otherwise, we'll save the questions towards the end during the discussion session. Without further ado, I would like to introduce Professor Lisa Bero. Professor Lisa Bero has over 25 years of experience providing international leadership for multidisciplinary teams that specialize in studying the quality, use, and implementation of research for health and health policy. She is internationally recognized for her work on evidence synthesis, bias, conflicts of interest. She is senior editor for research integrity for the Cochrane Collaboration. She is also public health and health system network senior editor and was co-chair of the Cochrane Governing Board between 2014 to 2018. We are very fortunate to have her back from Sydney, Australia. And Dr. Bero is going to launch the Colorado Evidence Synthesis Program. Over to you, Dr. Bero.
All right. Thank you so much. I really want to thank Tianjing for giving me the opportunity to launch the Colorado Evidence Synthesis Program at this really interesting and important symposium on complex methods. And I'm trying to show you there a little Colorado spin on evidence synthesis. To me, you know, evidence synthesis is a beautiful thing. You go from chaos to order. And this is the little icy Colorado spin on the avalanche of information that we organize. So you might ask, you know, why a Colorado Evidence Synthesis Program? And if you look at this next slide, you know, my question is really, why not? When I arrived here, I thought there is so much activity already going on this campus and more broadly related to evidence synthesis. And so really this program is just an effort to foster and support the growth of these ongoing activities. So the mission of our program is to promote the generation and use of trustworthy evidence to inform decision-making at the individual level and also at the health system and the population level. This is the core of our mission, and it's a broad mission. We have many objectives to fulfill this. One, as I mentioned, is to really foster networking among evidence synthesis researchers at the CU Anschutz campus, CU Denver, Cochrane, and in the broader community, to launch a seminar series on the value of evidence synthesis. And this will actually be an adjunct to the already successful Cochrane, Colorado seminar series that we have. We plan to consult on topics that are appropriate for evidence synthesis and develop and assist with developing research grants that include evidence synthesis as one of their components. We want to advocate for the use of evidence synthesis in clinical, regulatory, and health policy decisions. And we have, as Tianjing mentioned, stellar speakers on this panel related to methods. And people like you are hard to come by. So one of our big objectives is to build capacity, particularly with an emphasis on diversity and inclusion. And we want to foster understanding of evidence synthesis among the lay public, policymakers, and journalists. So we've organized ourselves along the existing strengths across the campus, and these are nodes that are interconnected. I'll just run through them. We have public health and environment, knowledge sharing, clinical sciences, diversity and inclusion, ethical, legal, and social implications of evidence synthesis, information retrieval, methodology, meta-research, and simulation modeling. So these nodes are inherently multidisciplinary, and the leaders of the nodes span the schools of medicine, public health, and pharmacy, as well as the library here at CU and the Center for Bioethics and Humanities. And we expect to see this participation grow. So please come and join us. Contact me, and I can put you in touch with the individual node leaders or tell you more about the program. And one thing the nodes all have in common is the desire to push the envelope on methods used for evidence synthesis. So again, it's just wonderful to launch the program as part of this symposium. And as I mentioned, we have a strong connection with Cochrane already. And so I just want to close with these words of support from the editor-in-chief of the Cochrane Library, Dr. Carla Suarez-Weiser. And as you'll see here, Carla is supportive of our program overall, but also mentions the need for evidence synthesis to respond to the needs of stakeholders. So great methods aren't just enough. And as you think about stakeholders, there's really no better person to open this symposium than John Samet, who's Dean of the Colorado School of Public Health. And John has a wealth of experience in actually applying evidence synthesis across a wide variety of public health questions. So I'm just thrilled he can open for us, and I'll turn it over to Tianjing to introduce John. Thank you.